Hey VC, this is Jonathan, your Cheap and Cheerful record collector. This is the second video I've done today. I decided better to break it up into two videos, two short videos than one longer video. Recently I was up at my sister-in-law's up in Bangor, Maine, and they were cleaning out their attic, and they said, we have a bunch of records here. If you're interested, take them home. So I went up and dug around and pulled out some winners. So these are all freebies, which are always good for me. You know, like I say, if it's free, it's for me. And let's see what we found. First up was something everyone's seen and have, of course, but nice mono version of Meet the Beatles. Don't know if it's an original pressing, but it's an early pressing for sure. And on Capitol Rainbow, but really nice mono version of that. Also with the Beatles, they had Soundtrack to Help, also a mono version, which is also always nice to add to your collection. Next up, a duo from the 70s, I guess, Seals and Croft, Greatest Hits. Don't have this in my collection, so not something I would actually go out and search for, but for free, in good condition, I'll definitely add it to my collection. Something to listen to now and again. Next one I got, two albums by the same guy, Cat Stevens. This is Matthew and Son. Double album. Nice gatefold. I gotta say, wasn't impressed. I listened to it once, and I'm gonna give it another listen before I pack it off to my to be given away pile. But didn't do it for me. Not a huge fan anyway. But the other one is Catch Bullet 4. Another Cat Stevens album. Haven't had a chance to spin this yet, so we'll see what this is like. Next album is an album by a group that I love, and this was a fun record. The Lovin' Spoonful, Daydreamin'. And it's on the original Kama Sutra album label, which I really love that label. Very cool. One of my favorites. And I played this yesterday. I haven't heard this record for a long time. And I know a lot of the hits, such as Daydreamin', Jugman Music. You Didn't Have to Be So Nice, Didn't Want to Have to Do It. But then there was stuff I never heard before, like Let the Boy Rock and Roll, Warm Baby, It's Not Time Now, Bald-Headed Lena. I don't know any of those songs. And half of them were pretty decent. But again, just love that Kama Sutra label, cool as can be. And actually saw the Lovin' Spoonful back in the late 60s, early 70s. Actually, their last concert they ever gave, they opened up for Judy Collins in New York at the Singer Bowl out in Queens. And it was their final show. And unfortunately, they acted like it was their final show. So it wasn't great. But yeah, I got to see them, so that was sort of cool. Next record I saw, I was excited about, and this was a great record. This is Chad and Jeremy of Cabbages and Kings. Their real psychedelic album. Great psych on Columbia. Listened to this the other day. Side one is mostly individual songs. Side two is like a long one song. The Progress Suite, which is the whole side. It's great. Very psych. Early psych, but really good. Definitely seek this out. Great record. I don't have many by this artist, but I figured Elton John's Greatest Hits. Good to have all his greatest hits in one package. Not a bad record. You know, it's Elton John. Everybody knows Elton John. Next one. The Association. Haven't had a chance to spin this yet, but we all know The Association. This is I think it's a nice gatefold. And The Association. So, next up, a classic. I have a lot by this woman, and it's Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits. I have a lot of her other stuff, but it's always good to have. Can't have too much Janis in your collection. Actually, I was lucky enough, got to see Janis 3 times back in the day. So, great stuff. He had one jazz album, which I was really couldn't believe these people would have any jazz in their collection. But it's Charlie Byrd, Bossa Nova, which is a Played this the other day. Really nice on Riverside. Nice stereo copy. Clean as can be. Love Charlie Bird. I don't know why they always do these hokey covers with birds on them. I mean, we get it. Charlie Bird, they always have, it's like enough already, you know. All his albums, they always have a bird on it. Next, we got folk music. Buffy Sainte-Marie, Many a Mile, on the Orange Vanguard label. I don't know if you all know Buffy Sainte-Marie, but she was a Canadian folk singer in the 60s. This has great songs on it. Groundhog, Pineywood Hills, Lazarus, Many a Mile with Patrick Skye playing second guitar. She was part of the left-wing radical movement in the States back in the 60s. And because she was from Canada, that she actually was banned from coming to the States for many years. And her career suffered because she wasn't able to tour and play in the States. But amazing voice. She's a Native American or a Native Canadian. Great singer. This one I was a little excited about, but it didn't turn out to be what I expected. This is WRKO, which is in Boston, Hall of Fame. I guess they were a top 40 radio station. I thought this was sort of cool. You know, it's on their own label, which I had never seen before. They put out, as you can see, WRKO. But most of the songs are pretty schmaltzy. They have some good stuff, but to me, it's not worth sifting through the schmaltzy stuff to get to the good stuff. It's All in the Game by Tommy Edwards. Venus. They do have Rock Around the Clock, but they have The Wayward Wind. Oy vey. What else do they have in there? Gene by Oliver. Hey Paula. Love on a Two-Way Street. Smile, Smile for Me. It's like, not for me. So they do have some good stuff, but for me, it's not worth getting through the schmaltzy stuff to get to the good stuff. So I think this is going to go into my giveaway pile. I mean, it does have the stuff I do enjoy. They do have Rock Around the Clock. They do have Kathy's Clown, Louie Louie, Wooly Bully, Hang on Sloopy, Happy Together, The Letter by the Box Tops, but so much other stuff that's not worth it for me. So I think this goes into my pile. I'll trade in at some point and get something else. This I got because this is a record that my wife used to listen to when she was a kid. It's a ethnic album, and it's Sabra sings Yiddish, Romania. So it's klezmer type music, Eastern European. When I saw this, my wife said, "Oh my God, I used to listen to this all the time." So I haven't listened to it yet, so I brought that home. I sort of like that klezmer, Eastern European stuff, so it's sort of fun to pick up. Plus, it's a good memory for my wife back in the day when she was a kid. And last but not least, I finally got, which I've seen but never picked up because I refused to spend money for it. But it was free, so I figured I got my membership card into the YouTube vinyl community now. I got the Herb Alpert, Whipped Cream and Other Delights. And it's a mono press. That's sort of cool. Anyway, those are my freebies that I picked up. Hope you all have a great holiday weekend. Keep digging, and until next time, peace.